Okay, hi, and thank you for watching my channel.
Welcome to Koya's channel.
Okay, right now I feel like I look a hot mess. I have not done my hair just yet. As I feel like this outfit adds an extra 20 pounds to me, and this angle adds an extra 100. But anyways, I didn't do my hair. I'm pretty sure you can tell. I'm gonna do it later because right now it looks treacherous. Okay, right now it looks treacherous, but I've been trying to eat. Okay, let me also state this: I've ordered so much food. I'm looking for that freaking receipt. Okay, the first place I ordered food was from, I'll tell you about it later because it was disgusting. LA food is very healthy, very, very healthy. It's not something I think I could eat on a regular day-to-day basis. I'd probably starve myself to death. Yeah, I'm so used to soul food, but I do love the people's bodies out here. Like, beautiful. Right now, I had to order some IHOP. I have chocolate milk, I have white milk, I have French toast, and I have tres leches pancakes. Now, today's story is going to be about the time I was hiding in this dude's closet and his mother came home. Okay? I have never been so scared in my entire life. Okay? Never. This dude I met in college. It was my first year in college. Me and him were like the best of fucking friends. His name is Jaren. I can say his name because I miss him and I actually still want to be cool with him. But we fell out because he said something very disrespectful. But I still miss him and forgive him at this point in my life. Yeah. So anyways, we was riding the bus home and he was like, oh, you should come over to my house and spend the night. We can watch movies and stuff. So you know me, I'm like, oh, I'm down for a sleepover. I'm like, sure, I'll be there. And at this point in time, I didn't have a car yet. I didn't get my first car until my grandpa started going blind because I did not want to drive. Like, it was one of those things that I just, And I still stay with my mom at this point in time. I didn't move out of my mom's house till like 6 months into college. Okay? Because I wanted to make sure this was a school for me. I wasn't gonna, switch schools and end up going to a different state or nothing like that. But anyways, so I stayed with my mom. I went home, told my mom, I'm going to my friend Jaren's house, blah, blah, blah. And he texted me the address. And you know what I realized? I don't know my way around. But I don't know streets that well either. So I showed my mom the address to see if she could help me figure out exactly where it's located at. Because he comes to my house all the time, but I've never been to his. And you know how in my head I had made up this big scenario, etc. Oh, hold on, wait, my little legging thing part fell down. But yeah, in my head I had made up this whole like picture of his house and how it was gonna be and how intricate the designs was gonna be, but it was a regular house. I had just over exaggerated and overthought it. I got on the bus at like 9 o'clock and didn't get to his house to probably 10, which is extremely late. It was the last bus running, and I was running late because I was doing homework, and normally we do study groups together, but me trying to study and do my homework alone, it just never worked out. So I just ended up staring at the book for hours. Then I finally started, then I finally finished it, and then I was on my way. So I'm on the bus, and of course it's the normal pedophiles trying to talk to you, even though I was grown at the no, I think I was still 17 at the I was still 17. So there's the usual pedophiles trying to talk to you. And the random people in passing. But I get to his house. Now when I tell you I got to his house and I don't think he had cable. I don't think he had cable at all because I remember watching Netflix with him. And we're watching Netflix and chilling. We was having fun. And then he was like, oh, you want a massage? You know me. I'm like, oh, no. Let me tell you. No. Hold on. Okay. So when I got to his house, I actually had to get off the bus at the corner, at the bottom of the street, and walk up this hill. The hill is like this. Okay. So I'm trekking it up the hill, walking slow as hell. And I get to the hill, and I get to his house, and I text him. I'm like, I think I'm at your house. Is it the one with the gate around it? You know, blah, 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 asking for designs. And he was like, yeah, come around back. Red flag number 1. And I'm like, why do I gotta come around back? You know, we've been close friends, but I don't put nothing past anyone. I'm like, you could be trying to kill me. Why would I want to come back there? It's dark outside. It's nighttime. You could be a serial killer. I'm not coming back there. So he walked to the front of the house, grabbed me by my hand, dragged me inside the house, and that's how I got it tight. So when we got inside, we're watching movies and stuff like that, and I realized I forgot to bring change of clothes for tonight and tomorrow. I don't know what was going through my head. I think I was so skeptical. I didn't think I would stay. I thought I would end up leaving early until I found out that was the very last bus, and the bus stopped running at 12. So I would have never made it back home. So we're talking, and I'm like, so what does your mom do? And he's telling me about her job, etc. And I'm like, okay, well, where is she? He was like, oh, she's out. I'm like, you let her know I was coming, right? He was like, yeah, I asked her. She's cool with it and all. I'm like, okay. So we're relaxing, etc., watching movies. And then I asked him for some of his clothes because I wanted some pajamas. And before we even got that far, he was like, let me give you a massage. Now, you know my thoughting self. I accepted that massage quite openly. It was great. It was the best massage. One of the best massages I ever got. It was awesome. But no, I didn't have sex with him. That was a good ass massage though. It would have probably slid there. But after the massage, I put back on my clothes. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. After the massage, I put back on my clothes. What little I did have off. I didn't have everything off. I wasn't like completely naked or anything. It was just my shirt. Probably doesn't sound any better. And we're watching movies again. And then I hear a baby cry. He was like, oh, I'm watching my little sister. I'm like, well, you a pretty ass babysitter. Do you know that babysitter that invites people over to have sex? That's him. That's him. He's that babysitter. So he goes, checks on her. She goes back to sleep. And then all of a sudden, the door flies open. I'm talking about you hear boom. And then the pictures on the wall is shaking. And I'm like, this must be his mom. Now, you know mothers that bring that aura when they walk through the door are not the type that is okay with no co-ed sleeping over type shenanigans, okay? Even though I'm not the type to have sex in anyone's mother's house, period. I did once, but yeah, I'm not that type. So, she was like, why the fuck is it so dark in here? And why the fuck do you got my baby in the room by herself? I'm like, why would she not be in her room sleep? Like, what is this woman talking about? And she was raising all kinds of hell up in that house. Like, she came straight through the door yelling. She went straight to find anything to yell about. I'm talking like if it was a little piece of lint on the floor, she probably would have cussed his ass out about that too. So my immediate reaction was to hide on the side of the bed. He was like, what are you doing? Get up. She knows you're here. And he was like, I gotta go greet my mom. I'll be right back. I'm like, if she knows I'm here, why am I not being introduced to her? Okay, so he goes to go greet her. And then she went on 10. Better not be nobody in my fucking house. I'm going back there. I was like, oh. I ran and I hid in the closet. Okay, I closed the closet door and I'm just strolling up in there listening to, like, it sounded like damn earthquakes and the world ending, and my heart was beating so fast, pumping out of my chest, and I could hear her footsteps approaching the door, man. Whew. She gets to the door and she's like, better not be nobody in here. Bam, pushes the door open. And then he's talking to her like normal, you know, so she doesn't suspect anything, because she probably is going to beat my ass at this point. And then I'm in the closet like, well, this is probably going to be my last day living. I wish I would have made a will. They probably going to give all my money to my mama. Nobody else going to get anything. I didn't even plan my funeral yet. So, she ends up walking out of the room because the baby starts crying. Like, thank God, because she was going to kill my ass. She was probably going to stump my ass through the floor. I was going to have to call my mama. But anyways, so the baby starts crying. She goes in there to check on the baby. Then next thing I know, he's back. Things have calmed down. He was like, oh, her and her boyfriend went out again. I'm like, she comes home like, I don't know if she was drunk and mad or just like her normal mad. But when I say she was on 10, I'm like, does she do this all the time? He was like, yeah, this is her normal stuff. Don't pay her no attention. It's kind of fucking hard to not pay her no attention. And I felt so bad for him, because I'm like, there's no way anybody could possibly be okay with this on a regular basis. Like, I don't understand why she's mad if someone's in her house and she didn't know. That part is absolutely understandable. But I felt really bad for him. But we ended up not being friends, because that next day he confessed his feelings for me. And he told me that this other dude in one of our classes liked me as well. And I really liked the other dude. His name was Eddie. Eddie was like beautiful in my eyes. And as my friend, you know, I like this dude. I'm like, well, why didn't you get his number for me? Then he confessed his feelings, right? But I didn't have feelings for him like that, because I know how he dogs women out. When you're somebody's friend, you know how they treat people. And I'm like, nah, no, hell no. So I'm like, basically, if you can't have me, nobody can. And it ended up ruining our entire friendship. Right now, he's a really successful photographer. So he's doing great. I'm proud of him. Yes, I keep tabs. I'm that friend. Like, we cannot talk and I'll be like, I'm proud of you. But I learned my lesson. After that, I ain't go to no more dudes' houses. Some kind of.